Hey guys, welcome to G-Reviews. I just bought a Galaxy S24 Ultra. Absolutely love it. However, we do need a case for it. So today we're going to be going over 3 of the top cases from Speen, ESR, and OtterBox. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so if you've watched any of my videos previously, I had an S22 Ultra. We moved to the S24 Ultra for a number of reasons. However, love it so far. I've had it for about a week. I said the biggest change between the S22, S24 is the battery life. I'd say the battery life is double, at least double the S22. So anyway, moving besides the fact that I got a new phone. So today I have the commuter from OtterBox. I have the flip stand case from ESR. And I have the good old Tough Armor case from Speen. So I'm gonna put these on and review them in no particular order. The Speen just happens to be already in my hand, so I'll go ahead and start with this one first. So the Speen, the Tough Armor case, I've literally had this on, I think it was probably a Note, or maybe it was like an S9 Plus. I just really liked the kickstand at the time. So let's go ahead and put it on the phone. It is gonna be a double case, meaning it has 2 different layers. There's like a hard shell on the outside, and there's a soft shell inside. The notable features on this guy are going to be this kind of extra padding that you get with this one. The extra padding as well as the corners. I'm not sure if you can see in the corners. There are little, almost like air pockets. Again, it just kind of makes it so that there's a little bit more cushion. But again, anything that's yellow is it's almost like foam. So if it lands on the side or whatever. So anyway, it's really easy to put all the cases on, but the 2-piece cases are just as easy. So I'll go ahead and put that on. I like the buttons on this particular one. On this case, as well as the ESR, there is a MagSafe, or basically just a magnetic mount for, obviously it's compatible with all of your iPhone chargers, iPhone, just MagSafe anything. So here, so that clicks on, you gotta just make sure. But so that's that. So feels pretty good in the hand. It is wide, it's a pretty chunky case overall. So a couple things to note, this kickstand, it has a kickstand, but I've always found it just really kind of just flimsy. And the other thing is I had this case for a couple years, and what happens is the snap, that little tiny snap, it just wears out over time. But this is a good combination of protection as well as having the little kickstand is nice. And again, it does have the MagSafe inside. You don't even really see it from the outside. So for protection, I would say this is probably, it's very good on protection as well as the kickstand. It also has the MagSafe. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. My biggest gripes with it are it is pretty chunky. It just makes it feel wider. The phone is already pretty wide. It makes it feel even wider than it is. The only other thing is when you're holding your phone with one hand, which is a good chunk of the time for me, with my left hand, what happens is there's kind of like this little edge right here. It's pretty sharp, and if you have it on your pinky there for more than like a minute or so, it just kind of tends to dig into my finger a little bit. So there's that. So that's kind of the story with the Tough Armor. Again, good protection. You got the kickstand, and you have the little MagSafe. So that's the Tough Armor. Next up, we have the ESR flip stand case. This is the only 1-piece case that I have on the table here. And the nice thing about this one is, being that it's just 1 piece, it's a simple installation, it's just 1 piece. The other couple cool things is, again, it does have the MagSafe. They call it Halo Lock. Whatever you call it, it's a magnet. So you can hook onto all the MagSafe stuff. The other cool thing about this, it does have a kickstand, but I will say the kickstand on this one is significantly beefier than the Speen. So I don't know if you can see that, there's a metal joint there. And what's nice about it is it folds completely flat with the phone. And again, so does the Speen. However, on my S22, I think I had another ESR case, but the kickstand actually stuck out. And what happened is the phone fell completely flat on its back, and where that kickstand was on the case, it actually cracked the back of the phone, which kind of stinks. But anyway, so go ahead and put this guy on. And I've used each of these cases for a number of days. So at the end of the video, I'll be able to tell you my kind of overall thoughts and impressions, as well as which one wins in my opinion. So I think out of the 3, this one is the slimmest. It's also the slipperiest. So there's not really a whole lot of rubber. There's no real rubber on this, and it's pretty slick on the side. So that is just one negative just to kind of make note of. However, I will say though, I like the camera cutout here. It is raised. It's raised up a little bit. So, when you put the phone down on the back, it's obviously not gonna touch the cameras. And of course, it has these lips on the front of the phone as well. So when you put it down on the face, it's all protected. So again, like I said, the buttons on this are perfectly fine, nice and clicky. And then of course, the kickstand is nice because you can stand the phone up vertically, portrait mode, and you can also stand it up horizontally, and it is adjustable. It's a little bit adjustable if you want, but it is adjustable. Unlike the Speen case where it just flops around. You can't really, there's no real adjustment to that. So that's just something to note. But yeah, overall, I like it. It's slick. It feels nice and it's slim. It definitely feels less chunky than the Speen, as well as the OtterBox. But that's that. That's the ESR flip stand. Last but not least here, I have the OtterBox commuter case. And the funny part is I actually have this exact same case. I have this exact same case for my work iPhone here. So as you can see, of course, they're exactly the same. And I can say that this is definitely a tough case. What's nice about it on this small little tiny phone is it's not chunky or anything, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. But on such a big phone, it just makes it just that much bigger. The only downside I've seen over kind of the 2 years that I've used this case is this little, basically the little flap that covers the USB port, the charging port. It did eventually just give out on me on the OtterBox. Again, it's nice to have it there, but just over time of just, moving this back and forth, charging it, it just does wear out over time. So that's just something to note. So let's go ahead and put it on the phone. Again, super simple. It's got little air pockets. It does have a nice layer here of rubber, if you will. And then what we need to do is kind of a little trick here. You gotta slide, all right? And then slide the rest of it on. It doesn't fit perfect sleeve there, but it does the job. All right, so that's on the phone. It's really not bad in terms of, how big it is. I would say the Speen does feel like the widest, like the bulkiest out of the three. This isn't too bad. This is like a happy medium between these guys in terms of like the chunkiness of it. Nice things about the OtterBox is it does have these nice rubber pieces on the back. So even if you put it down, it's not sliding anywhere. Same thing with the front. It's nice and protected there. Of course, the camera cutouts, it's nice and flat, so you're not gonna have any problems there. The only real thing on the OtterBox is, I mean, love it or hate it, you've got this little flap here, which again, it might, if you get splashed or something, it might keep out that little bit of water in your USB port, which is nice. But like I said, this one doesn't have any other features to it. It doesn't have MagSafe. It doesn't have a kickstand. So really, this is just for protection. But I would say, if you're a clumsy person, get the OtterBox, hands down, get the OtterBox. I think it's gonna offer probably the most amount of protection for your phone. And then out of these two, I really love the ESR Flick Stand case. This is the one that I'm gonna keep on my phone. I think it just gives it a nice look. It has the MagSafe ring on it. It also has this nice this nice big kickstand. And for me, that's the biggest feature of this case. It also has a nice, like I said, nice camera cutout there. But I'm gonna have links to all three of these in the description. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. This has been Scott with G-Reviews. Thank you so much for watching. If you would, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.